What's up, everyone? Brian here with my good friend Vincent Janito.
What's up?
Hey, so we're playing some Flappy Bird.
Sure are. We're flapping. We flapping and flapping.
We are, and we're getting the high scores. But Vince, in the comments on Twitter, people are saying, yeah, I'm playing this game a lot, but it's actually pretty terrible. I'm seeing that a lot.
Sure.
Yeah. And so I'm here to talk to you and ask you, just straight up, is Flappy Bird a terrible game?
It's a terribly addicting game.
Ooh.
I don't know if it's a terrible game. You know, it's an interesting question. I guess it depends on what you consider. What makes a game good or not good? I guess most people would agree that if you're playing it a lot and you can't stop playing it, it must be good, right? But I would argue kind of against that because, addiction and pleasure are two different parts of our brains.
But in gaming, people will often come up to me and they'll have a game that they're playing so much and they're like, it's so addicting,
right?
Or addictive, right. Both words are used. And then that's usually paired meaning like it's great, right? Yeah, people it's totally true. Like we use like addictive as a synonym, as a synonym. Really, a synonym. That's that's amazing English that I'm not speaking. No, we use it as a synonym for good, but it really isn't. Because, like I said, those are very distinct, different parts of the brain. And the way that Flappy Bird very effectively gets into that addiction center is because, and this is actually something that might even make it a good game, too, is that it's completely skill-based, right? The hitbox on your bird is, like, pixel perfect. You know, there's no trickery there. The mechanics are simple. There's no luck involved at all. Like, right, it's not even like, oh, they're randomly spawning enemies or anything. It's just straight up like, how long can you do this?
Sure, how long can you do this thing for and do it perfectly?
Yep.
So that the result is that score you get at the end, that number that sits up there on the screen, that is like as close to an objective like quantification of skill as you can get. So if you're a person who's playing with friends or has friends around and you're competitive, this game just gets under your skin because that number is a pure mark of achievement. It's not like, I got this achievement in this game by gaming the system, or I found out that, this bird is OP as hell. Or,
right. Or for me to derail this just a little bit, we play a lot of Dota together.
Sure, yeah.
And maybe a match ends and your kill to death is negative, but you bought tons of awards and you helped the team. Right. It was invaluable. This isn't like that. This is just one pure number.
It's all you. It's only you. It's not how well did your team do or like what was the matchup like. It's just how pixel perfectly can you tap the screen.
And you think that's good design then?
Well, I don't know if it's good design. Okay, it is technically good design because it's not flawed. Now, I guess this is where you get into like, is it a good game or is it not a good game? I think before I start calling a game good and lavishing praise on a game, I kind of have to feel like there's some kind of intelligent design behind it. And I don't necessarily think there's intelligent design behind this. I don't think it took a lot of time for anyone to come up with this idea. Even
the creator on Twitter said, "Hey, the press is overrating my game. Please give me peace." Leave me alone.
And I can't blame him. If I was him, well, first of all, if I was him, I'd be flapping my way to the bank for one. But but aside from that, I would really wish people would not make my game more than it is. And I think that's a funny thing is that in this day and age of the indie darling, which I love I love my indie games as well. We have a tendency to be like, oh, less is more. Look at how ingenious it is that they made this addictive game with such simple elements. And sometimes simple is better, sometimes less is more, but sometimes simple is just simple. And well, look at this game.
Yeah,
right?
And sometimes simple is
pretty simple
enough.
Yeah.
Like in this case, right? I don't even know what the downloads are. I used to check every day, and then I stopped because it just kept exploding.
Yeah.
Exponentially. But yeah, what do you think, readers and viewers or listeners? Let us know in the comments below what your high score is, and post a picture, right? Picture didn't happen. Yep. So let us know. You think it's great? Let us know how you're doing. And for more on Flappy Bird, keep it right here on IGN.